Hi guys, it's What the FM here. Now to bring you up to date with who I am, I'm a former graphic designer who started YouTube about a year ago doing FIFA videos. That was until I discovered FM Scout and their content creators, and they just inspired me to just start fresh and focus all my energy towards Football Manager. Now in the background you can see my career mode that I've started called the Best a Man Can Get. I also do Football Manager experiments such as could just anyone buy the Premier League, in which a non-league club was given £1 billion and put straight into the Premier League to see if they could buy success. Another one I've just recently concluded is called the GOAT, or the greatest of all time, in which some former players and transfers were reversed to give the top 6 clubs their strongest teams over the last 10 years. And there's a few other ones which I'm sure you'll check out if you're interested. Now enough about my channel, let's talk about the real reason why you're here. Will Harry Kane beat Alan Shearer's all-time Premier League goal scoring record of 260 goals? Now he's made a good start, and he was recently asked by Thierry Henry whether he thinks he will beat the record, and this is what he said.
That for me you can go and get the record of Alan Shearer. Do you think that you can?
I think I can.
So Kane seems pretty confident. Now, in real life he has scored 75 goals following last season where he achieved 29 league goals. In this experiment we haven't reached that stage, so depending on how many goals he does score in the 2016-2017 season, we might need to add some goals on at the end, or maybe even take some off. Now a certain number of things can affect whether Kane beats the record: injuries, transfers. He might even transfer out of the Premier League, so we need to consider that. Also, the way I'm going to be doing this experiment is I'm going to do an update every, say, 3 or 4 seasons. I'm going to simulate and then look back to see if he's on course to beat it or not. From here, we're going to go to 2019 and check on his progress. 3 seasons into the experiment, then you can see that Kane has actually scored 33 goals for England. We're going to look at that at the end to see how many goals he ends up with for England. But in terms of the league, we're going to click on here and we can see that in 2016-2017 season, he only scored 22 league goals. Now looking at that in real life, he scored 7 less on this game than he did. So what we will do when we look at the total number of goals at the end of the experiment is we'll factor in the fact that he scored 5 goals for Leyton Orient, 7 goals for Millwall and 2 goals for Leicester. They were outside of the Premiership, so they will have to be deducted from the total. However, because he finished 7 goals short in this season, we can forget about taking off the goals he scored for Millwall and it'll even itself out. Hope that makes sense. So at the moment he scored 22 goals in 2016-2017, another 22 league goals in 2017-2018, and then 17 goals in 2018-2019. So in total 124 goals, again deducting 5 from Leyton Orient, meaning 119, further 2 for Leicester, 117 goals, aiming for 260. Quick bit of math shows that Kane is 143 goals away from equaling Alan Shearer's record. Now at the moment Kane is just 25 years old, so you'd imagine he'd probably have another 10 seasons, and that's just 15 goals a season from here on. We'll see him beat the record. Now as I said before, we're going to progress every 3 seasons, so we'll resume again in 2022 to see if Kane is still on course. Resuming the game then, we can see that Kane is now 28 years old and he is carried on scoring. 2019 to 2020 season he scored 16, the following season he scored 19, and the most recent season he scored 24 goals, giving him a grand total of 183, minus in the goals for Leyton Orient and Leicester, so 7 off 183 is 176, meaning he's now less than 100 goals from beating Alan Shearer's all-time record. In terms of his performances for England, he's continued to bang in goals. 56 goals in just 78 appearances would absolutely be incredible in real life. England probably still wouldn't win anything, but then again, we might get a little bit closer with someone scoring that many goals. In terms of Kane personally, seems like he's really on course for beating the record. In terms of his achievements, he has been in the team of the week countless times. He's been the top scorer in the Premier League, just gone, so that's another golden boot for him. His biography, he's been top goal scorer on 4 occasions now, and also the European Championship golden boot runner-up. I wonder if England did do a little bit better in that. So Lukaku actually won it with Kane coming second. Kane actually won the title on the most previous occasion. But yeah, it's looking good for Kane. I'm actually feeling confident that he will beat the record. But you know, as I said before, just an injury away from completely missing out. Just to have a quick update on his injuries, he hasn't been affected too badly. I mean, in real life, the season just gone, Kane had 2 big injuries that kept him out for several weeks. But so far in this experiment, he's just had a back strain for 3 weeks. The rest of them have been 10 days for a damaged foot and just 3 days for some superficial injuries. Going another 3 seasons forward, we can see that Kane still scoring goals. 17, 21 and 19 in the previous 3 seasons. The season got to 240 goals, or 233 taken off the extra goals. 233, he's nearly there. Just 27 goals away from equaling the record. So he's just been consistent. Look at that average rating. 7.3 being the lowest average rating across the last 8 seasons is unbelievable. Just an update on his England record, 77 goals in 105 appearances. Any other injuries of note? He had concussion, and that's about it really. He's had another back strain, but that doesn't seem to affect his performance or his ability to score goals. Stats are absolutely unbelievable. So he's going to get there, I feel. He's got about 4 seasons left in him, most likely, before he possibly retires. 4 seasons to get less than 30 goals. And on this form, it looks like he's definitely going to get it. So let's get there now. So into 2029 then, we can see that Kane's 35 years old. And he's also in the Tottenham under-23s, which means he's lost his place in the first team. But the main factor we're looking at is how many goals. 287 goals, taking away the 7 goals from the Leyton Orient and Leicester appearances. 280 Premier League goals. He has beaten Alan Shearer's all-time goal scoring record by a massive 20 goals. A stunning achievement for Harry Kane there. Look at his in-game achievements. Playing for Tottenham, you can see that he achieved the League Cup in 2018. So in real life, next season, Spurs fans, we're going to win the League Cup according to this. And then another 7 years before another trophy is won. But it was the Europa League, followed by the Super Cup. The following season after that, the League Cup again, and the FA Cup, and the Community Shield. So a little treble there for Spurs. Harry Kane's individual awards, Team of the Week, countless amount of times. Best 11 for Spurs, as you'd imagine. In his biography, it says that he actually won the top goal scorer 5 times. So the Golden Boot in the Premier League on 5 different occasions. He got Golden Boot runner-up in the European Championship. And in the Champions League, he came 3rd on 1 occasion. In terms of his injuries, we can see that as he got a little bit older, that's when he started getting his main injuries. Torn groin muscle in 2026, out for 4 weeks. He'd done that in training. All these injuries coming in training, really, apart from a concussion and a bruised rib. Damaged foot, out for 2 weeks, and a back strain for 3 weeks. So those injuries crept in. He did beat the all-time Premier League record, as we said. He finished off with 77 goals for England. So that means he actually beat Wayne Rooney's record by a massive 24 goals. So yeah, all good. That's going to be the end of the experiment. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting, and you'll get a chance to check out my channel. A massive thank you to FM Scout for allowing me to make this video for them. If you haven't checked out their website, it's www.fmscout.com. It's got absolutely tons of information. Things like which players to sign, wonder kids, which clubs to use. People actually write some stories for the site about their own experiences, tactics, just absolutely tons of feedback, things that are going to help you out. Go and check it out. That's all from me. Take care, guys. See you soon.